Hello, beautiful, wonderful amigos. Hola, amigos hermosos y maravillosos. Bienvenidos. Welcome to Fun Filled Unit 2, a lot of fun describing people. So you should pause right now and go to Google Classroom, to Classwork, to the new folder Unit 2 Resources, and refer to or print this handout for yourself. Of course, I will have it for you in school when we get in the building, but you need it to understand the screencast, so you probably want to print it now if you are able to. So the first thing we see on the Unit 2 handout number 1 is yo soy, I am. Here we'll be using it with adjectives like yo soy bajo, I am short. You've also seen it when you were talking about where people are from, like yo soy de Mexico, I am from Mexico. Soy indeed is the am word, the I version of the verb to be. Yo soy, I am. Yo soy de Mexico, I am from Mexico. Yo soy bajo, I am short. Then we have tu eres. You've sort of seen this because you've seen de donde eres tú, where you're from. This is with an adjective, tu eres adjective. For example, tu eres simpático, you are nice. Then there's two new ones, él es, he is. We'll be using it with adjectives like él es paciente, he is patient. Ella es, she is, like ella es delgada, she is thin. Remember that Spanish double L is pronounced like an English Y. So those words are él, he, and ella, she. Then with the verb es, which is the is verb. You've seen that too in places like Shakira es de Colombia. It's the is word. So let's pause for a minute and look at that soy, eres, and es. They're all what we call parts of the same verb, like English am, is, and are parts of the same verb. That's the idea. So the soy is the I version, the eres is the you version, the es is the he, she version. So English am, are, is, to get them in the right order. And yes, you saw them with describing where people are from. De donde es Fred, that was the he, she version. De donde eres tú, that was the you version. Yo soy de Mexico, that was the I version. This is the time where occasionally, only once in a while, some students ask, hey, wait a minute, you said in Unit 1 that estoy was also meant I am, like estoy enfermo, I am sick. Now you're saying soy is I am, like yo soy alto, I am tall. What's the story? And the story is, amigos, that yes, Spanish has two verbs that both mean to be. So estoy and soy, for example, both mean I am. And there's certain times you'll learn in the future when you need to use one or the other. The short version, which you might understand from Unit 1, is that the estoy one is used with temporary conditions, like I'm sick, estoy enfermo, estoy enojado, I'm angry. And the SOY one is used with long-lasting characteristics, also place of origin. That's why yo soy de Mexico and yo soy alto, things that don't change minute to minute. I'm tall, I'm from Mexico. The ESTOY one, that's the temporary states verb. Estoy enojado. See? In Spanish, you can leave out words like you and I, yo and tú. Of course, you can never do that in English. So you can say soy de Mexico or yo soy de Mexico, de donde eres or de donde eres tú, as I explained to you in Unit 1. Here in this unit, we'll be doing it with the same thing with adjectives. Yo soy alto, I am tall, or just soy alto. The reason why they can be left out is that when you learn more about Spanish, that soy and eres are grammatically unique. They can only go with the I and the you people. They couldn't possibly be associated with anybody else. It makes it so that in Spanish, they're leave-outable. You can say the sentences with or without that yo and tú, always, in all circumstances, in the circumstances you've learned so far, and in other circumstances that you haven't learned yet. Really, the same is true all the time with other verbs too, like that estoy in Unit 1. You could say estoy enojado or yo estoy enojado. And so on. Also with the the tengo and tienes verb that you learned with age. ¿Cuántos años tienes? Or ¿cuántos años tienes tú? Tengo number años or yo tengo number años. That yo and tú are always leave outable. With the he, she form, it's a little bit more complicated. You can leave it out once the context is understood. So, for example, here in this packet, we'll be describing people. Fred es simpático. Now, we know we're talking about Fred. The next sentence, I could leave it out if I wanted to. Fred es simpático. También es inteligente. Fred is nice. Also is intelligent. I didn't say Fred. I didn't even say he. I just said Fred is nice, also is intelligent. So you can do that with the yo and the two forms, always leave them out. With the he, she forms, you can leave out names like Fred, nouns like the boy, pronouns like he, once they're understood. Fred es inteligente, también es simpático. Fred is intelligent, also is nice. The next thing you see on your list is ¿Cómo eres tú? It means what are you like? It's very similar to ¿Cómo estás in Unit 1, but this ties into that fact that Spanish has two verbs that both mean to be, the temporary conditions one and the long-lasting characteristics one. The EST is the temporary conditions one. ¿Cómo estás tú? That's like asking, what is your state? How are you doing? What's your temporary state? What's your condition? But como eres, with that verb, it looks like what are you or how are you, but it's not. It's what are you like? What are your long-lasting characteristics? So como eres or como eres tú, you'll be answering with the top line you see on your sheet, yo soy, adjective. If I ask you como eres tú, I'm asking what do you like? And you'll say yo soy simpático, I am nice, or whatever your answer is. And then you see como es person, that's the he, she form. So como es David. David es simpático is how that one goes. Como es person could be a noun like como es el chico, what's the boy like? A name like como es David, or a pronoun like como es él, what is he like? But at any rate, that como eres tú and como es person, we're not asking how the person is feeling, we're asking what are they like, and you'll be answering with the phrases at the very top of the list and some of the adjectives down from the bottom of the left-hand column. Yo soy simpático, I am nice. David es simpático, David is nice. Mary es simpática, Mary is nice. Then we have some people words. We have el chico and la chica, the boy, the girl. El and la in Spanish both mean the. Spanish is a highly gendered language. El is the version of the to go with a masculine person or thing. La is the version of the to go with a feminine person or thing. El and la both mean the. El chico, the boy, la chica, the girl. Compared to the el, he word that we looked at just a moment ago, that one has a written accent mark. So el with a written accent means he, el with no written accent means the. They're pronounced identically. There's no spoken difference. Then you have el hombre, the man, la mujer, the woman, because Spanish J is pronounced like an English H or strong H. Mujer, the woman. Then we have a long list of adjectives. You'll see that many of them end O/A. And this you saw a little bit in Unit 1 also. Those adjectives change. We call this adjective agreement when they're applied to a male or a female. Just like in Unit 1 we said, estoy enojado, I am angry, if you were a guy. But you would say, estoy enojada, I am angry, feminine, if you were a lady. So the ones ending O/A all do that. That's always true in Spanish. You'll see some others sprinkled in there that end in E, like inteligente, intelligent. That one doesn't do gender agreement. The E ones don't. There's 5 of them or so. Grande, inteligente, fuerte, big, intelligent, strong, and some others. So here we go with that list. You can probably hear my child screaming. Isn't that nice? So, okay, amigos, now that we took care of the crisis with the child, Working through this list of adjectives, you'll notice a bunch of pronunciation points. R trills when it's the first letter of a word. It trills when it's a double R. Double L pronounced like English Y. J pronounced like English H. And maybe there's some other points in there as we go. Let's take a look at these adjectives list. Always, the ones ending in O, if they're applied to a female, will end in A instead. So we have rubio or rubia, moreno or morena. Somebody who is moreno is dark complected. It's not just dark hair. It's dark hair, dark eyes, dark skin, a moreno. Pelirrojo or pelirroja, redheaded. Castaño, castaña, brown-haired. Alto, alta, tall. Bajo, baja, short. Delgado, delgada, thin. Bonito, bonita, pretty. Guapo, guapa, good-looking, handsome, things like that. Hermoso or hermosa, beautiful. Grande, big, so the E ones don't gender agree. They don't change for male, female. Pequeño, pequeña, you see the squiggle over the N. It makes it so Spanish. Small. Fuerte, strong. Inteligente, intelligent. Those two, again, don't gender agree. The ones ending in E don't do that. Maravilloso, marvelous. Tonto, foolish. Ridículo, ridiculous, with their feminine versions, of course. Simpático, nice. Antipático, not nice. Espantoso, scary. Paciente and interesante, two more that end in E, patient and interesting. Serio, serious. Cómico, funny. Divertido, fun. Loco, crazy. Aburrido, boring. Perezoso, lazy. Bueno, good, and malo, bad, all of which have feminine versions, those last several. So in back to Unit 1, bien and mal are really adverbs. I'm doing well, I'm doing poorly. These are adjectives, good and bad, like Fred es malo. Fred is bad. Then we have one more section to cover here, talking about hair and hairstyles. And you'll see, yo tengo el pelo. In Spanish, they use the with parts of the body because it's just the way it is. It makes it so Spanish. So, yo tengo el pelo corto. I have the hair short, because descriptive adjectives usually go after the noun in Spanish. Yo tengo el pelo corto. I have the hair short. See? Pelo is a masculine noun, amigos, in Spanish. Yes, it's not just people or animals. All nouns in Spanish are considered to have gender. I know that's confusing. We'll deal with it more in the future. But pelo is a masculine noun. So even if you talk about, if you were a woman, you would say, yo tengo el pelo corto. I have the hair short, because the short is agreeing with the hair, which is masculine, not with you, which is feminine. It makes it so Spanish. Then we have tú tienes el pelo blank. You have short hair, long hair, whatever it may be. Él, he, or ella, she, tiene el pelo blank. So we want to pause for a minute and look at this T word, the tengo, tienes, tiene. That's very important, and you've already seen it quite a bit. It's the verb to have for the different persons. They're not always identical in Spanish, just like they aren't in English. I run, she runs. You notice that they're different in English. So tengo is the I version of the have verb, I have. Tienes is the you version, you have. Tiene is the he, she version, he or she has. We've done this a lot already in many different forms. Tienes un lápiz? Do you have a pencil? Tengo number años. I have so many years. We did that. ¿Cuántos años tienes? How many years do you have? We did that. And in conversation time, I do, ¿Tienes una pregunta para mí? Do you have a question for me? That's a secret prize question, but nobody knows how to do it yet. If you're watching the screencast, maybe you can figure it out. So, This T word, the to have verb, yes, it's very important. So now we'll use it in other contexts too, like cuántos años tiene Mary? How many years does Mary have? The tiene to go with the he, she version of that. This also goes back to what I talked about earlier, that words like I and you can be left out in Spanish. So in Unit 1, I gave you tengo number años. You could include the yo if you wanted to. Yo tengo number años. ¿Cuántos años tienes tú? I think I gave you tengo number años and cuántos años tienes, but each of them could have respectively the yo and the tú with them. They're optional in Spanish because the tango can only go with I. You'll see in the future. It makes it so you can leave out the I word in Spanish, which you could never do in English. The tienes can only go with you. So it makes it so the tú, the you word, can be left out if you want to. ¿Cuántos años tienes tú? ¿Cuántos años tienes? Yo tengo number años, tengo number años. Those words yo and tú can be left out. Now the adjectives here to go with hair that I gave you at the end, I put them only in their masculine forms. They do have feminine forms, but since here we're using them with hair, and hair is masculine, you'll only be using the masculine version for now. So yo tengo el pelo largo. I have long hair. Yo tengo el pelo corto. I have short hair. Yo tengo el pelo liso, straight. Ondulado, wavy. Rizado, curly. No buzzing Z in Spanish is pronounced like an S. Rizado. And of course, you can combine them. Mary tiene el pelo largo y ondulado, long and wavy. So you say, hey, this is a good point to stop for a random thing I can ask you a screencast quiz question about. Notice my hat? Canopy Lake Park, one of my favorite places in the world. I would rather be at Canopy than at Disney. So you say, okay, that was random. And now the last chunk of learning for today's screencast. We have words and, very, but, also. You have seen 3 of them before, I think. We're going to use them mostly to combine adjectives, like Fred es fuerte y paciente. Fred is patient and strong. Fred es muy guapo. Fred is very handsome. Or something like, Fred es inteligente, pero él es perezoso. Fred is intelligent, but he's lazy. See? Or también, also, too, you saw that in Unit 1 with yo también, me too. So you could do something like, Fred es inteligente, también es divertido. Fred is intelligent. He's also fun. So you say, notice how I left out the he that second time around? Fred es inteligente, también es divertido. As long as you have context, you can leave them out with the he, she form. You can always leave out the pronouns yo and tú in the I and you forms. You can leave them out in the he, she form once the context is understood, once you understand who you're talking about. Okay, I think we're ready to sign off for now. I got my maraca. Maracas, plural, rhymes with Caracas, Venezuela. But this maraca is not from Caracas. This maraca is from where, amigos? Okay, hasta luego. Ciao for now. Hasta la bye-bye.